What's up, everybody? I'm back with another video game review, and today I am reviewing Kirby Squeak Squad on the DS, released in 2006. It's a Kirby game! Yay! I haven't done many of those before for videos. I did Epic Yarn, and I don't remember any of the others that I may have or I may not have done, but doing Squeak Squad today. Sorry, I always yawn while making videos. I have no clue why. But anyway, thank you to LikunMiffery for letting me borrow this game. As he has let me borrow a plethora of games before, and you will see me thank him many more times in future game reviews. So, thank you once again. But anyways, let's jump right into the review, shall we? First off, it's not a thing that I experienced personally, but looking up other stuff about this game, they do have a happy birthday thing. Yay! I think that's so cool, right? The game wishes you a happy birthday. It's kind of like in the Tinkerbell review when I said that they do like a daily wish sort of thing. Like that. It's just a little bit of a personal touch to the game that just makes it feel that much better. And it's cool. It came from Kirby, so I like that. Now to the actual stuff about the game. Good graphics. I think it's really good graphics, especially for 2006 on the DS. Pretty decent graphics that have lasted a good while. So that was really, really cool to see. I like the ability to float. There's a lot of games out there, a lot of these side-scrolling platformers where you just can't make a certain platform or a certain area because you just can't jump high enough, or you want to scale over somewhere. This game, they got you covered with the floating ability. I think it's a lot of fun, and it's very, very cool, and a lot of very useful. So, good work there. I like how eating the enemies they give you when you eat an enemy gives you new abilities, and I think they work well too. The new abilities are fun, mechanic really well. Do a great job of incorporating that into the game. That's a pretty defining aspect of Kirby, so I would expect them to have it. But that doesn't mean I really expected it to be that functional, but it's very functional. Does a good job with it in the game. So the story in this game is pretty shallow. I mean, he's just trying to get a piece of cake. But I think it fits well for a Kirby game. So Kirby games usually don't have that in depth of a storyline, and this game is no different. So it fits well, but just don't expect much if you're going into this game. One thing's weird. It's wild, I guess. The Kirby just breaks into King Dedede's house for no reason. It not just breaks into his house, beats the shit out of him for. It's just insane how he did that. It's crazy. Like, I get it, right? They're arch nemesises, so you would. But there was like absolutely nothing. It's really, really crazy how that just happens. It's pretty funny, honestly. I think, at least. That. And then, well, the real antagonist of this game is not King Dedede, it's mice. It's an interesting choice for an antagonist. They really don't look that intimidating, to be honest. They just kind of look like mice. And so there you go. They try with a few like design choices and color choices, but it really doesn't work. They just look like mice that are big, and they don't look intimidating at all, really. And so, there you go. I think the ghost ability is super cool. I wish you got it earlier in the game, however. You get it pretty late on in the game. And I think if you got it earlier, it would have been a lot cooler, because you would have been able to go through a lot of other areas in the game, or scale out of areas a lot quicker, and I think it would have made me feel a little bit better about some of the areas in the game that were a little harder to scale if I had that ability. So it's cool, but again, I wish it was introduced a little bit earlier on. And then we talk about the final boss. It's a very underwhelming final boss battle. And maybe that's just because there's a lot of bosses in this game. Too many, in my opinion. You know, you have all the mice, and then Meta Knights, and then, you know, the final stuff, and there's just a lot of bosses, and it's far from the most bosses I've ever seen in a game. You know, the Mario and Luigi games have a ton of bosses, and there's a bunch of other games that also have a lot. But for a Kirby game, it just seemed like too much. And that comes down to, again, the mice are not that great of a main antagonist, in my opinion. There's very little build-up, and once you get to the final battle, it's, you know, you're kind of burnt out with the boss thing anyways, and you kind of just want to get it done with. So it makes it a little bit of an underwhelming battle, especially since it's not the most difficult battle out there. It would have been a little bit nicer. But again, Kirby game, story is not really the main aspect here, and the bosses kind of tie in with the story, so you can't expect it to be that good. But they could have done better, in my opinion. So, but that's it for my review, or at least for everything that I've got to say of the game. I want to hear what you guys have to say, though. So let me know in the comment section down below if you've played Kirby Squeak Squad. I'd love to know your thoughts about it. Like, once again, down below. And that's going to do it for this game review, so stay tuned for much more amazing content, including more game reviews and other awesome stuff. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.